Hey everybody, it's WillBits. We're playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. And we are starting out at kind of a bad spot. Here in court, once again. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. She's been up all night. And not to get lucky, she's been being savagely beaten by armed guards.
Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I?
It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end.
I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help.
You got it, Maya. Let's do this. Now, about my fee, it's pretty steep when the risk your life situation. We gotta wrap this up and get back home, so you can make your dream show come true. Is that what we're doing? She's a dream show? Oh, the Steel Samurai versus the Plume Punisher, right? I thought she was here to learn, like, spirit channeling and be the leader of Karain Village, but... Okay, she works in TV now.
You bet! You look as if you did not sleep last night, bobbed head. It is written all over your face. You somehow look even older than usual and even more stupid and evil. How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that?
I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Yes? Rayfa doesn't seem in the best spirits herself.
Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day.
Not a nice girl. Guess it was just my imagination.
Ready, Nick?
Okay, Maya. Let's head on in. How's this all gonna go down? Court is now in session. All rise. Make like a loaf of bread and rise.
Now then, if everyone is ready...
The defense is ready, Your Majesty.
The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay.
Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmati.
I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten this trial so we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery.
I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the High Priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Perez Alot. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement if you would.
Certainly. The accused has now slain two of the most devout clergymen in Krainism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough.
Gulp. But then, what terrible fate awaits her? Have we created a new level of hell? One that involves actual punishment?
Bulliglopoken Hell, a realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the Galoon of Pulmotin. Furthermore, Guljama...
Enough, you're just making up words now. My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists.
I was gonna ask for a translation, but on second thought, maybe ignorance is bliss.
Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused.
As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, Pere Zelot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home.
I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end.
The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the purification rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful, deep in prayer. The war-bad dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly.
Ah, the warband dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice.
We have already established that the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself.
No, I didn't do it!
Objection!
Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused, Maya Fey, is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence.
Would the defense care to respond?
The accused is innocent, and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness?
The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further.
But...
Well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see.
Your Majesty, might I have a word?
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmity?
It is about the Divination Seance.
Rayfa?
Your benevolence.
Stop right there, Prosecutor Sadmity.
As you wish, forgive me for overstepping my bounds.
What was that all about?
Bob's head, have you made peace with your fate? For this time, the Divination Seance will bring you to your knees.
I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the Seance vision and Rayfa's insights.
Very well. The Divination Seance, if you please, your benevolence.
Yes, let us begin. Nena?
Strip me down! About to get hot!
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
You guys don't want to watch the dancing? But if we don't watch the dancing, we don't get a seance. You gotta do the dancing. How else are we gonna get to see how the magic water works? Everybody take 5. We'll be back eventually. After she finishes dancing. A lot of animators worked very hard on this. It's worth watching 3 times. And however many more cases there'll be. So blue. I think this would be better if you could actually see Phoenix, like, sitting off to the side, just kind of like... Because the bench is there. He'd be there. Okay. Now for the actual vision. Nana is actually moving so fast that she's actually posing Rayfa into the different positions. Wait, was there not a vision? Did it fizzle? I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see?
Your benevolence. What in the world?
I was unable to evoke any sort of response.
Is he not dead?
I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail.
Was that not his real name? You know his face, but not his name. You're calling out the wrong person, maybe?
Just as I thought.
Wait, what does he know that we don't?
I had sought to confirm the contents of today's Divination Seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand.
Come to think of it.
I must go perform a Divination Seance for Perez Zalat. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice.
It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties.
I am not anything of the sort. I slept for 12 hours last night. Stressing out about this. The victim's spirit would not answer my call, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the Divination Seance.
Rayfa.
What are we to do without a Divination Seance?
I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt with or without a Divination Seance.
Ha 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 ha! You never fail to impress Prosecutor Satmadi.
This is bad. The Divination Seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the Divination Seance failed?
How curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the Divination Seance?
Yes, explain yourself. The Divination Seance is for shedding light on the accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it.
I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. The Divination Seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent.
The truth is, you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick?
Maya, please, you're not helping. Please don't do that.
How dare you! The voice of a Matama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you.
Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance?
No, of course not. Oh, he saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen or we're toast.
Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sodomidine suggested.
Hopefully at some point, his name becomes a thing we discover.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Why, I will not forget this, barbed head. This will not be the last you see of me.
Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand.
Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin.
Emma! Oh, cool. Probably. Yes? Right? Good.
Sorry, Mr. Wright.
Detective Sky, I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on.
But...
There is only one way to save them now. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the eternal flames. Infernal flames.
Oh, even worse.
Oh, I can't do this.
No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. We are all fasting. And if you eat it, I'm going to want to eat some of them too. And I've been on a fast for a while, and I got the munchies.
Miss Sky! Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye.
How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please, proceed.
Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of this case.
Overview of the second murder.
The latest victim was Perez Zalat. Boy, did he ever. He had been training under the high priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The high priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the high priest.
Not a lot of data in that. You just kind of like...
Here's some stuff I found out.
I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond?
I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far, but we need more details, so I guess we press them. I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. You don't have any? You don't have any at all? What am I going to do now? None? Look at this. We got 4 pages of evidence. We got so much evidence. I mean, most of it's about the other trial. We got the dagger. We got her statement. All kinds of stuff. Most of it is about rebels. Let's just press them. What is it, Maya?
I was just wondering how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zalat. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed.
What are you getting at?
Well, it's just a hunch.
Wait a second. During my investigation, Rayfa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. I think it definitely has to do with his name not being Perez-a-Lot at all. Maybe he didn't pray any. Latest victim was Perez-a-Lot. Was it? What kind of person was Acolyte Zalot?
According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth.
I, too, have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple.
Furthermore, he'd been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years.
Yeah? 2 years. Are you sure about that?
We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings.
What about you, Maya?
Well, when I first came here, I saw Zalot praying under the High Priest's instruction.
I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. Okay.
The High Priest's widow, believe in me, has identified the victim's body.
But does she have a reason to misidentify him? Was Mrs. Simi's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim?
Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But
what? Emma?
His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced.
Maybe that's why the Divination Seance failed.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright.
Here's what I'm thinking. His address was wrong. All of his mail was going somewhere else. Perez-a-Lot is a fake name. What a weird name. There's like a dumb pun in it. Who has names like that? Definitely a fake name. The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit.
Why, yes, that is indeed true.
If he was using a forged ID, and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Kurain.
An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rayfa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday.
But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time.
I had always thought that Acolyte Zalot was Kurainese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm, because if it's someone from a different nation, then I guess I hate them, no matter how much they practice my religion. I'm racist as all get out. Well, Mrs. Wright, what do you think? Are you racist too? Should we add this to the testimony?
Yes. Why would we not? This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony.
It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you said to your testimony.
Yes, Your Majesty. He was an illegal immigrant, so we don't know his real name.
Press. Isn't there some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed that he was in Kurain illegally?
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence, but there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Kurain either.
Oh boy. Now what do we do?
What if there was a clue in the evidence you gathered?
That's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. Get out the needle, take a sample, and compare it to the International DNA Registry? That doesn't seem like it'll work.
He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but...
Objection.
That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. It is no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so.
But
No ifs, ands, and most of all, do not touch any buts. The accused was posing as Lady Kira, and she killed Acolyte Zlot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel.
that's not true!
I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume that it's fact now.
Now what do we do? Now I know why the Divination Seance failed, but...
Nothing's really changed.
yeah, which means we're in big trouble.
If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's gonna be real hard to find out his real name.
I guess our only choice is to give up on the whole Divination Seance thing. If only there was some way to find out the victim's real name. Okay, so it definitely is going to be related to the illegal immigrant. Let's see what we have got in our thing. Would it be related to the tattoo that he has on his neck? Would that matter? Because he's got a big peach tattoo that we've seen. And that seems really important, but I'm not sure how. Let's just show the tattoo, I think, under the illegal immigrant thing. Because I feel like that's the only thing we have that even comes close.
Objection!
Music stop. Is that good? Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation. Oh.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The victim was undeniably a Kurainese native. And this crime scene photo proves it.
It does.
It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Kurainese.
Where? I don't see anything that would prove that.
This proves the victim was Kurainese. He's got a lovely, lovely little peach right here.
Take that!
Look at this tattoo, right here. It's peachy.
Why, that's a tattoo of a peach?
I actually don't think it is, because if you flip it upside down, it's going to be something else. Oh, it is. Like you want to think about the meaning of this tattoo.
Oh, the victim really liked peaches?
Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Kurain.
You guys have so many crazy fruits and vegetables, but still just peaches.
They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh.
Kind of creepy there, Yudi.
They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself.
I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. Can we get peaches? Can we all take a peach break? Everybody get some peaches. Let's all just...
After the trial, Maya, right now we have bigger fish to fry. And if we fail, then I guess you know what your last meal is. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. Oh, so I was barking up the right peach tree.
It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it?
Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow.
Oh my!
What?
This mark is only borne by members of the Kurainist clergy.
Objection!
So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes?
Flip it upside down, come on. Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Kurainist clergy bear.
Hey, you're right!
Until about 20-some-odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right buttock.
That is entirely too much information. I've already said nothing about butts, Your Majesty.
Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot.
I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits.
That will not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. I have it all right here.
Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? The bill that you carry around in your pockets for some reason?
There is just one, and his name is Real Nemu.
Really? His real name is Real Name?
He became a monk 20 years ago.
Finding Nemo. Okay. Out of the pun and into the punner. Then that must be the victim's real name.
But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one?
Yeah, there must have been some reason.
Nick, it's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name.
You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the Divination Seance might finally work.
A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. Also, lawyers mostly.
You are but digging your own grave, Defense.
We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope.
Very well. Let the Divination Seance be held once more.